All right, I'm not even gonna do an intro. I'm really not because I just got done seeing probably the dumbest movie I've ever seen in my life. I just got done seeing Sharknado 3. I don't know why I sat down and watched this movie. Maybe because of the fact that it was just so because of the fact it was just so stupid that I just decided to sit down and watch this movie. So I sat down and watched this. I don't need to go into details on what the dumbest part about this movie. First of all, Chris Jericho, go kill yourself. Um, um, I take that back. Chris Jericho, you just ruined your career appearing in one of the worst movies, and your career just went down to about a 4.
And he died in the movie too.
Um, I take that back about the whole Chris Jericho dying thing. I apologize. I'm mad. I'm sorry, Chris Jericho. Don't see this and think of anything about it. You're one of my favorites. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. We're in the dumbest movies of all time. What did that tell you, Chris Jericho? Like, get off the TV. Like, no, you're done. Go back on killing robots or something like that. Um, But the ending is what got me. The ending was what got me, which is why I'm so mad. The ending was they're in space, and bear with me with the story. So the story doesn't make any sense. Apparently the Sharknado, to be able to stop it, they had to go to NASA, which then allowed them. They had to use a super laser from space and shoot the super laser into the tornado, which would destroy the tornado and kill all the sharks. Sounds stupid, right? Yeah. Um, so they do this. They go to NASA. They get in their spacesuits. They get a rocket. Bear in mind, they do this in one day. Um, they fly in a big rocket ship. They fly into space, and
And the funny thing is, no questions asked either. They just did it. Like, they didn't have to ask anybody. They didn't have to, like, when they're at NASA, they didn't have to, like, nobody was like, "Oh, you can't be here." No consequences.
uh, this is a sci-fi movie. What do you expect? So they go in there, and the guy somehow don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to this movie at all, but there was this. The guy pulls out a laser purple grape soda, a grape soda lightsaber chainsaw, and starts cutting down in space. Keep in mind, oxy- non-oxygen breathing sharks in space. Again, that makes any sense. So there's this big old shark. It
So curious how the shark got that big. Like all the other sharks look so small, and then there's one shark that's like the big mamba. It's like so big.
No one knows how it got into space. But it eats the girl whole. So the guy thinks, oh, I can jump in their hole. So he somehow jetpacks himself into the shark's mouth, and he tries to find her. And the shark, she's not there. I'm assuming, knowing science, she's dead. But whatever. So they're falling down into space. Him and the shark, because he's inside the shark's mouth. Shark's falling from space. He's burning up. He punches his way through the shark while falling through the sky, and somehow uses the parachute to like push the parachute through the hole and somehow float down to Earth safely.
The thing is about that is like when I seen where they were falling from space, they were falling at probably like faster than the speed of sound or something. Like how fast they were falling. If you open up a parachute and you're falling that fast, the air would like rip right through the parachute. There's no way you could just float like that. And they were on fire too, which also troubled me. If the shark was on fire and it was like burning right through the shark, how did they not get burned?
How did he not get? I didn't even think about that. How did he not get?
Because the shark was like burning the whole way down. The shark was
He
like
was
some,
crisp.
yeah, it was burnt to a crisp. It was like Freddy Krueger or something like that. And like he somehow survived. Was the shark like insulated or something? Did it eat some insulation? Some insulation was floating
He
around the
must have
suit.
had some insulation inside of him.
I don't
So
know.
they fall down to the bottom, and he's doing something. He realizes, okay, all sharks are burnt and they're good. And another big shark falls down to the ground, and he notices it. He walks towards it, and a chainsaw cuts open a shark, and a baby comes out. A baby. This is a newborn. Like, it just happened. I'm like, okay, where's this going? Don't.
That's gonna be an embarrassing birth story. Where were you born? Mom,
I
where's
was.
that? Mom, where's that born? You born shark?
Yeah. So he grabs a shark.
No, it'd be stupid. Mom, how was I born? Oh, you were born in a shark while we were falling from space.
Yeah. If he only survived because he had the parachute, and that's the reason why he floated safely down to Earth, then how did the mother? Bear with me. Here we go. We're about to dive into how this happened.
Yeah.
The mother was inside of a shark's mouth in space, falling from space, with a robot chainsaw arm that they showed at the end. That's how they broke through. She had a chainsaw arm that went inside her arm, and she put her arm back together. Don't ask how. While falling from space, she then was able to give birth
Which the other problem is
in the shark by herself with one arm because the other arm was a chainsaw.
And she had a spacesuit too.
With a spacesuit on. Which, how she get that off? Because I noticed she didn't have that on when she got out.
Oh yeah, so she wouldn't have had any oxygen either.
With no oxygen, with one arm, from space, in a shark's mouth, and then landed as hard as they could, and somehow still lived. So you're thinking, okay, all this is the worst movie they could ever make. This is the worst CGI they could ever do. It's a sci-fi movie. What did they expect? They did it for publicity, whatever. So the mother walks towards a sign. She walks towards a, I guess the space wings. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the movie. I don't really care.
I don't know. Like the guy said, he dropped something, and she was like, "Oh, I see it." She went to go pick it up, and then it showed this thing, this random part of the ship, the only part of the ship that's left as the whole ship that broke, falls, and then if any place it could have landed, it came right for her. And then it ended. It said, "Go on Twitter and decide her fate." Hashtag April lives. Hashtag April dies. And then it said her fate will be decided. Sharknado 4. And then it said hashtag Sharknado 4.
So there it is, people. They're making a Sharknado 4. And why do I'm making this? Because I'm not surprised. I'm a little bit upset of how stupid this was. There's a thin line of how much I can take of stupidity. I take as much of it through school. There's a thin line of how much stupidity I can take through a year. This just broke that stupidity through a wild shot.
So, which WWE superstar do you think would be Sharknado 4?
I don't care. This is
Sharknado 2 had Kurt Angle. Sharknado 3 had Chris Jericho. Who's gonna be next?
This was a.
If he ain't WWE no more, he might not make movies. He ain't got nothing else better to do with his life now.
Mm-hmm.
He done messed it up. That'll be for another video.
That's a good point. But I just wanted to do this because my rant anger was hot. And
yeah, right when the movie was over, he's like, I'm done.
I was legit like, okay. I called it though. I called it. I said they're gonna make another one. I called it. I said it. If the money is hot, they'll make more.
Mm-hmm. They do it for the money. And probably just do it for the hell of it. Like, might as well make another one.
Well, they're making money out of it. I mean, why do you think
how much like celebrity cameos and like movie references were in that movie alone? Like half the movie
over
was
20.
Like referencing other movies and having celebrities in there.
Over 20.
I know, like they referenced like Twister and some other stuff.
David Hasselhoff, a guy from Vine, I forget his name, I can't remember it. Like I said, Chris Jericho, people from other TV shows, NASCAR, other movies, etc., etc. It just kept going on. Yeah, it's about the money. Why do you think sci-fi is so on top?
And that kid from Malcolm in the Middle that didn't look like he grew up at all.
Oh, what's his? I don't know.
I don't know his name either. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, it's Malcolm in the Middle.
I'm about to look up his name.
He does not look like he grew at all. He looks like the exact same age he was when he did Malcolm in the Middle.
He's got to be like freaking 20, 30. He's got to be in late 20s. Got to be. He was like 16 when I watched him in Nickelodeon, which was or Malcolm in the Middle, I was like maybe what 10, something like that. And he was in his teens. He's got to be like late 20s, early 30s, whatever. But yeah, just let me know how you felt about it. If you've seen the movie or if you haven't seen the movie. Leave a like and subscribe and comment on how you felt about it if you've seen it or not. Um, I will not be doing another one of these. I just
You just got him so mad he's had to. So, are you disappointed in Sharknado 3?
no, I'm not because I'm not surprised.
What rating would you give it out of 10?
A zero.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Paul X Gaming 1.
Big John 71,000, also known as Tony Rob.
And we'll see you on the next video. So.
Yeah.